What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at some more cricket. Our cricket journey is still continuing on. We're looking at 10 of the best batsmen ever. These are legendary batsmen. This is gonna be big. This is gonna be huge.
We need this though. I'm excited because we learned so much about like great people so far, like King Kohli.
Yes.
Oh, he's so amazing and inspiring.
Yeah, we've looked at a lot of the Team India. So hopefully we'll see some new players that we haven't seen, because I want to see maybe some different technique. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that. You know, some new teams.
Yes.
This will be great.
The video we found, I'm going to link in the description below. Go show that creator some love. Otherwise, let's jump into it right now.
Number 10, Sunil Gavaskar, India. The original Little Master is arguably the greatest opener the game has ever seen.
One of the greatest all-rounders in Test match history. The first man to 10,000 runs, the original Indian Little Master. Of course, I'm talking about Sunil Gavaskar. Sonny, thanks a lot for joining us.
My pleasure. My
Like
pleasure.
India's
Gavaskar dominated at a time when the cricket world was blessed with lethal fast bowlers like Imran Khan, Joel Garner, Dennis Lilly, and more. Gavaskar not only played the new ball
80s.
fearlessly, but even did so without putting a helmet on, which most batsmen would have considered a death wish.
Yeah.
Both batsmen have had
We've
a chance.
seen what
They've
those
had a
balls
life
have done.
in the first 4 overs.
Very bright as the bowler. Gavaskar takes strike.
Wow.
The Indian legend ended the game with the greatest tally of test runs seen at the time, along with the largest number of centuries by any batsman. It's true that he took his time to get into the groove of ODI cricket, but his resiliency remains one for the ages even decades after his retirement.
That was the different game, because we were brought up, our upbringing in cricket was to hit the ball along the ground. So this was a little bit hard to get used to, but eventually I think by the time the thing ended, I'd managed to get the ball up in the air a bit.
Number 9, Jacques Kallis, South Africa.
Skills.
Yeah.
Kallis would be a shoo-in to be named the greatest cricketer ever for his achievements as an all-rounder.
It's one of the greatest players of all time when you look at his
All-rounder.
stats. There's no doubt about that.
But the South African would have easily found a place in the team as a pure batsman as well, boasting the greatest run tally and batting averages for his country.
Wow.
Above 75 this year. That a bit edgy. And Ricky Ponting has been known to pull.
Kallis's numbers may have soared because he didn't face the world-class bowlers in his own team, but he dominated the fearsome pace attacks of teams like Pakistan and Australia on their home grounds. Kallis also had the honor of leading South Africa to their only major title so far, becoming the player of the tournament in the 1998 ICC Champions Trophy. Considering his test average exceeds players like Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara, his mastery with the bat is unquestionable.
I look back at my career and I didn't start off as well as I wanted, and that's taught me that when you go through good periods, don't give it away, and try and cash in when you can, because you never know when that bad period's coming. So it taught me a good lesson.
Number 8,
That's pretty
Javed
crazy.
Miandad, Pakistan. The greatest 6 of all time immortalized Javed Miandad into cricketing history as he snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
The man of the moment, the man of the match, the man who could
Does he not
bring
use a
victory to
helmet either?
Pakistan.
Doesn't look
But
like it.
Miandad's achievements go far beyond that moment, becoming the greatest batsman Pakistan has ever produced. Such was Miandad's mastery with the bat, that over the course of 124 tests, his average never dropped below 50. His
Whoa.
flamboyant attitude fills up highlight reels as well, making him among the most entertaining players to watch.
Good straight here.
Lots of personality.
That's 10 off 2 balls.
His versatility was evident when he skillfully embraced the ODI format, trailblazing the format as an
Look at that.
aggressive run scorer. Miandad's shot selection
blasting.
ranged
He's
everywhere from
crazy.
slogging to beautiful cover drives, leaving no stone unturned where the art of batting is concerned.
That's it away down to the square leg boundary for 4.
Number 7, Kumar
Fearless.
Sangakkara, Sri Lanka. While batsmen usually lose their powers at the end of their career, Kumar Sangakkara just got better.
We can look back to guys like, Roy Dias and Duleep Mendis, Siddharth Wetamuni, but Kumar Sangakkara is the one for me.
The Sri Lanka legend was piling on centuries right until his final match when he retired on his own terms.
Wow.
Sangakkara gradually honed his batting abilities to become a pure striker who was effective against both pace and spin.
Nothing stopped that guy.
What a shot. Terrific shot.
He
His
read that one,
positive
too.
style of play was evident with his tendency to play on the front foot, as Sangakkara went on to score 11 Test double centuries. Among modern-day greats, he arguably adjusted best to the T20 format, fittingly winning the World Cup in his last match in the format. He may have been a wicket
That's
keeper,
the way to go
but
out,
Sangakkara was an all-rounder when it came to being a batsman.
Lovely flow of the bat. Look how straight the bat is when he hits this ball. Full face. Very little risk in the shot. Perfect
That's amazing
execution.
that like
Number
his
6,
skills never
Ricky
declined.
Ponting, Australia.
That he just
During his
became
peak,
better and better.
Ricky Ponting was an absolute run machine who
lot of people
frequently
have talked
scored
about
over
him.
a 1,000 test runs in a calendar year.
Oh, that's the best of Ricky Ponting.
For a time, simply dismissing Ponting was considered half a victory for the opposing team. Ponting's knack for playing big innings saw him stay on the crease for hours on end. It's even more impressive considering he always played attacking hook and pull shots.
This guy just kept going.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant shot. Beautiful use of the feet.
He remains the second highest run scorer in tests, and within the top 3 in ODIs. Few can forget the twin hundreds in his 100th match, and his incredible century in the 2003 World Cup final that brought glory to Australia. No player has tasted victory as many times as Ponting has.
Wow.
The batsman was mostly responsible for steering Australia to these wins.
I was doing everything I could to give myself the best chance to improve and get better, and
That's truly an honor
priding
to
myself on
get
being one of
awarded
the
that
first on the
many
training
times.
track
Yeah.
and one of the last to leave.
A lot of people
Number
have talked
5,
about watching
Jack
him, so we'll
Hobbs,
have to.
England.
Yeah,
With an
Australians.
unbelievable 199 first-class centuries and over 61,000 runs, Jack Hobbs'
Such
record will
old
never
school.
be broken.
Jack Hobbs was an extraordinary batsman.
This is, yeah.
The man
Bringing it
has
way back.
Yeah.
the greatest technique
The
of
OGs.
any batsman ever.
At a time when bowling was considered a greater asset, Hobbs evolved the game by relying on footwork and a variety of shots to make batting an act of aggression. Hobbs is credited with initiating the mentality to create partnerships within the team, forging a legendary one with Herbert Sutcliffe.
He was a wonderful runner between the wickets as well. He had that famous opening partnership for England with Herbert Sutcliffe.
Although Hobbs is known for his ruthless manner of play, consistency was his primary factor, as he played dogged innings time and again to frustrate bowlers. His ability to adapt
He's
to
a
all
spicy
manners of
one.
playing styles and pitches makes it easy to speculate that Hobbs would have been just as successful in modern-day cricket as well.
He was a precision player. He played with great technique and with very little risk. Obviously a great appetite, very good stamina.
Number 4, Brian
Jeez,
Lara,
okay.
West
Great,
Indies.
yeah.
What are the odds for one man to hold the record for the highest individual score in tests and first-class cricket? If you're Brian Lara, then it comes as no surprise.
And again. The hallmark of a genius. There's no doubt about it.
With a penchant for massive scores, Lara made scores in excess of 150 a mind-boggling 19 times. His effortless stroke play carried a casual elegance, as Lara's quick reaction time toward deliveries gave him a distinct advantage.
I keep saying, wow, I'm so
Yeah.
astonished by these people and how they market
McGill's got the chase.
Just watching how they bat.
Yeah.
And there it is.
The Prince
And the
was usually the lone
consistency.
wolf in the West Indian batting order that saw a decline in the 90s. Lara carried his team almost single-handedly, withstanding mighty bowling sides while his teammates fell. It's no surprise that Lara was the highest run scorer in Test cricket at the time of his retirement, with his unbeaten
That's outta
400
there.
still a world record.
Oh, look at how he adapted to that.
Yeah. He's one of those smart ones.
Number 3, Vivian
reads
Richards,
what's gonna happen.
West Indies. The person responsible for making cricket high-octane entertainment has to be the original Master Blaster. Viv Richards
The original.
revolutionized batting through his
Master
pinch-hitting
Blaster.
techniques and walloping bowling attacks all across the ground for over a decade.
He could destroy any attack, whether it was fast or slow, swing bowling, medium pace.
If you just look at the way he's built, you can see why he could hit the ball at a million miles, where it seemed that way at the time.
It didn't matter what the field setting was when the batsman was hitting them out of the park. Richards' powerful strikes could change the course of a game within a single over, creating a feared reputation that lasts to this day.
So he's just really adaptive and powerful. people are crazy.
Richard's peak saw him score a world record 1,710 test runs in a calendar year, which remained intact for 3 decades. His daring attitude with the bat, coupled with his remarkable consistency, makes him the greatest ODI batsman, whose natural aggression put the format on the map.
As captain, he never lost a test series. He carried the hopes and dreams of millions of people around the world.
Number 2, Sachin Tendulkar.
We know this one.
We do know this
player
guy.
has been a bigger icon of the sport than Sachin Tendulkar, and it's hard to see anyone reaching his superstar status.
There needs no comparison to Sachin Tendulkar. He is the ultimate cricketer.
Simultaneously the next Little Master and Master Blaster, Tendulkar was the complete batsman who ticked all the right boxes in aggressive and defensive stroke play.
Look at that.
Everything from his straight drives, cuts, and
he's
hooks were
incredible.
timed to perfection, with Tendulkar remaining on top for a quarter of a century. He excelled in every single country he played in, most notably dominating world champions Australia time and again, going on to make the most international runs, 50s, centuries, and playing in the greatest number of matches. Tendulkar's achievements are only dwarfed by the millions of admirers he's acquired worldwide.
One thing there is no argument about is that Sachin Tendulkar's cricketing legacy will live forever.
Number 1, Don Bradman, Australia. Don Bradman is statistically the greatest sportsman. There's no arguing against a player averaging a century in every innings.
So you can't argue with facts.
He's
But Don scored
this is old too.
almost 100 runs per innings.
I feel like they
in his
just
test
don't make
career.
him the
The
same as
Don
they used
was
to in the old
virtually
days.
impossible to
From
get
what
out,
we're seeing.
and when he was
Yeah.
dismissed, it was usually after scoring in excess of 200. Bradman's impeccable backswing and ability to control the crease meant he could defend and attack at will. His tendency to use variations of the cut, pull, and hook made Bradman impossible to predict.
Safe to say that we haven't seen a lot of these guys yet.
We have not. I mean, there was, a couple we recognized, but
Yep.
it's just insane that these older ones, helmets, skills, they're reading people.
Right, and I think that for like the older ones, like what was it, early 90s there, that we're not obviously not going to be able to find any clips for, so we're not going to be able to react on too much of those OGs, but
Yeah.
we have to look at some of these other guys though.
Like the newer ones
yeah.
that are current and playing.
I know Ricky Ponting, I think that was, I could be wrong with the last name, but I think that was the one that people were talking a lot about.
Yes.
And he's a pretty crazy batsman.
We
so
definitely need to look at this.
dive into that. Comment down below if any of those players reached out to you, if you want us to react to one of those or anybody else, because we want to keep them coming. We love looking at new people. It just opens up the door just to seeing more of the sport, of course, and just getting to know like all these different teams and all these different people. I mean, that's what we like.
They're the ones that, started that expectation of the game and started making what was great, so people looked up to them.
Yes.
So learning is so cool.
I love it. I love cricket. The video, again, I'm going to link in the description below. If you guys made it to the end of the video, hit that thumbs up button. Otherwise, we'll catch you on that next video. Thanks for watching.